It's true, the LPGA is going from strength to strength, and part of the reason is this. Caitlyn Clark, not only is she taking the sporting world by storm, but she is undeniable. She sprinkled her star power on the LPGA, competing in the Pro-Am alongside Annika Sorenstam and world #1 Nelly Korda at the Annika driven by Gainbridge at Pelican, consequently putting the LPGA at the forefront of last week's sporting media. And perhaps, just perhaps, the Caitlyn Clark effect rubbed off onto the world #1, who returned from injury and straight back to victory. Her 7th 2024 title, thanks to clutch closing stretch, becoming the first player since Yanni Seng in 2011 to win 7 times in a single season on the LPGA, and the first American to do so since Beth Daniel won 7 LPGA Tour titles in 1990. So it is moments like this, as Amy mentioned, that the LPGA Tour are really capitalizing on in terms of moving the tour forward. And whatever happens on Sunday, Brandel, with this $4 million prize check, it will be a landmark moment in women's golf.
It will be. It'll be a historic moment. And when you think about historic moments in women's sport, of course, you think about the event or the accomplishment, but it is more than about the accomplishment. It's about how the athlete manages to change their sport and to grow women's sports in their entirety. And Nelly Korda has a chance to do that this week. And when you start to think about those great athletes in the past and those great moments in the past, just some of them that come to mind, you go back to 1960, the Olympics, Wilma Rudolph was the very first woman to win 3 gold medals in an Olympics. And of course, along the way, she became a champion for and became a role model for blacks and females in all the sport. You can fast forward from Wilma to Billie Jean King. Along the way, of course, great champion. Won every single Grand Slam, won 12 of them, but she was more than that. She was a champion for equality in women's sports. And famously, she was able to do that, I think, or bring a bellwether moment to that issue with the Battle of the Sexes in 1973 when she beat Billie Jean King. Fast forward again to the Olympics, 1976. Nadia Comaneci made the whole world stop what they were doing and watch, because she did something that nobody thought was possible on the uneven bars. As a matter of fact, the maker of the computer that was meant to score didn't even have the ability to put 10 up. So the score went up 1.00 because there was no way for them to wrap their arms around the perfection of Nadia Comaneci. So again, raising women's sports. Fast forward to the World Cup, 1999. Who could forget Mia Hamm, Brandi Chastain? This might be the most iconic photo in all of sport. This is when, in the final, they beat China 5-4. 40 million people were watching, helped elevate women's soccer, bring recognition to the U.S. women's team. And again, just building on that great success, Serena Williams. I don't think anybody was ready for or had ever seen anybody play women's tennis with this much intensity, this much determination, this much strength, and this much athleticism, also with the flair for great fashion. And of course, each one of these great athletes raises their sport, raises women's sport. Fast forward again to Simone Biles. Simone Biles, yes, 11 Olympic medals, and you could go on and on and on about what she did, but she did something I think nobody really ever thought to do. She proved that it was possible to be gregarious and great, to have a balanced life and balance on the floor. And again, the whole world watching Caitlyn Clark. I don't know that anybody had ever seen anybody score so prolifically from such long distance, but also much in the vein of Simone Biles with, you know, just this great gregarious nature about her. So when you look at the evolution of women's sport, you do have to tip your cap to all of these great athletes, but also to what's going on this week with the CME Group, with what's going on, the initiative of Terry Duffy, because there's been a reluctance to talk about money, certainly in the men's game, because it's like the men have put the horse before the cart. Not all of them, some of them, where it gets a sense that they're only doing it for the money. But that's a shame, because forever in professional sports, until recently, money was the barometer. You talked about money because it grew in concert to the popularity of the game. It was a way to measure a year. And I think when you look at the organic nature that it's taken place in the LPGA with historic purses this year, and certainly this week, it is organic. And it speaks to the interest in the growth, not just in women's sport, but in the LPGA.
Yeah, it certainly does. And obviously, I spoke about this before, I think, at the US Open when I was on the panel. You know, when the prize money is elevated the way that it has been over recent years. I think it's up something like 90% from 2021. 69 million to playing with 131 million next year is just astronomical movement there. which is obviously, fair play to Molly as well, the commissioner. She gets a bit of stick here and there, but she's, the numbers don't lie. When you play for that kind of prize money, especially in the women's game, we've never had that kind of opportunity before. What a lot of these players will do is they invest it in themselves. They'll travel easier and better. They will invest it in recovery. And it all around just makes you a better athlete. And I think that is that people really need to hang on, especially in the women's sport and women's golf, because we've never actually paid for this kind of money before. And now it's just going to elevate the game even more, and it's going to be even more enjoyable to watch how immensely talented these players are when they get to reinvest back in themselves.